here on the Mercy.
Yeah, NG red on blue, that's not going to be confusing. Chances is the newer player, I believe. I believe that the tank row used to be filled by Chronic, so we'll see what he can do on Reinhardt. Reinhardt's hugely important on first point defense here, especially if the other team's running one. See who hits their Fire Strike spreader, gets that Earth Shatter up quicker is usually important. On Zero Line's roster right now, Napcat's going to be playing the Mercy. Sugawai is going to be playing McCree. Nostalgia queued up as a Diva. Now he's on Zarya, better choice. Almost X is on Widow. Ziad will be Lucio, and Sato will be Reinhardt. So pretty standard coming out on offense with the flex. We'll see what these Widows can get done. Actually, there is no defensive Widow, so 76 might have to poke.
And no defensive Widow, but Mangachu here on the Roadhog. We've seen more and more Roadhog as of late. I do like Roadhog with Reinhardt. Sort of mitigates the fact that he builds a ton of ult, but Mangachu in a lot of trouble here, eating a lot of damage. Will be able to take a breather, backs out, as the rest of his defense swarming around the offense, able to get the kills there. He absorbed a lot there, but it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that strategy, actually, just being super aggressive, right? They weren't playing the poke game. They weren't just doing a slow push behind the Reinhardt. They went in, they went nuts for it. The big downside is they gave a lot of ult to NG Red here. So that resurrection is already up. They have to just kind of deal with this soldier. They're just going to go back door. I like it.
Almost X coming in from the back, not able to land the flashbang or the top. Sugoi, though, is going to take out Chance. 5v5 right now on the point. Relatively even fight coming out here. Did see a Deadeye coming out from Wolf. Actually a bit of a brawl here between both teams. Zero Line definitely making a go of it here thus far. And this is not too bad here, just because they did get those picks. The offensive reinforcements are going to be here sooner. Now, big Graviton Surge going to grab 3 members of NG right into it. Sugoi coming in off the flank, takes out Nap Time. Chance, though, able to stay alive, takes out Sugoi. Very back and forth, but the offense now starting to make some inroads onto point A.
Yeah, the only reason they're even somewhat in this fight is because Chance uses Earth Shatter while in the Graviton. Otherwise, they would have been completely cleaned up immediately, but they're grabbing this point. That was a super nice offense. I like that they stayed in with the 3 they kept alive. They rotated back through the house to get in better position for the reinforcements and then took that fight. Really nice movement.
And Mangachu able to stay in there. Ends up getting melted by Nostalgia. Nostalgia now at a 100 energy Zarya moving forward. Very aggressive coming out from the side of Zero Line, but Zero Line getting point A quicker than expected here, and we'll just see how the Streets phase goes, but they have ultimates galore, they have Graviton Surge, they have Deadeye, and Sound Barriers at the ready.
Well, just a note on how much damage Nostalgia's done. He just used Graviton Surge, one of the slowest charging ultimates in the game. He has Graviton Surge again.
Yeah, usually Zarya takes a while for her to get her ult, but if you're doing a ton of damage with a high charge, you'll get it up much quicker than you might expect. That ultimate is going to be getting dropped here in a moment, and we'll see if they have the follow-up to go with it. Earth Shatter now up for the offense. Zero Line is in a great position here to punish NG Red.
Impressive.
Oh, look at this. The flank from Zarya is underway. Graviton Surge is out. 4 people sucked in that Graviton. Nostalgia with the triple kill all on his own. Resurrection gonna bring up some of those fallen heroes. There will be no res for the defense. Snap Time went down early in that fight. And Zero Line making a case here early on. And Zero Line, I believe, is an EU team.
I am falling in love with Nostalgia. For those who don't know, I have a big crush on Zarya. I think she's one of the best heroes in the game that we've yet to even see her skill ceiling, but this last 3 minutes on Zarya has been super impressive. It's a clinic in how to play her.
Yep, so taking a look here at the offense, they're still rolling forward. Sugoi does have a Deadeye up. Defense can have a little bit more tools here to work with. Nap Time will have the Resurrection up. They will have a Sound Barrier, so support-wise, they're going to have all the tools in the world. Note that Wolf now on the top, looking for pickoffs as Widowmaker. See if Wolf is able to get those picks right now. Over the top, takes out Sato, looking for more. Sound Barrier out from the defense. Defense now going to be really aggressive off that pick, off the Sound Barrier. Mangachu getting in there, takes out Nostalgia. And a very aggressive push here coming out from NG Red, and this should wipe out the entirety of the offense.
Yeah, they absolutely needed that. Really nice on the Sound Barrier, not going to waste. They were able to chase down for a moment. I thought that Mercy might get away. They made sure that didn't happen. They are running the double McCree on defense now. It's going to be hard to break through. Nap Time's got his Resurrection up. They do have a High Noon up, and now the offense has to find some way to deal with this Widow.
There's Mangachu in the back there. Mangachu with the Deadeye at the ready. No, he's gonna get charged down by Sato. Beautiful charge coming in from Reinhardt. Now Zero Line with real chance there, moving forward. Big Earth Shatter knocks down 2 people. Sato going in, swinging the hammer, gets at least 1 kill off that Bread Expert. Not really great for the wear there as the offense swarming over this. Nap Time is dead. He's not gonna be able to res up those defenders. And this is a great opportunity here for Zero Line to get momentum. I do think the defense is going to be able to regroup here before it's, in charge the payload by time status. But here we go. Exion in the back. Going to get taken out by Almost X. Grab time could be on the table here. Wolf is in the back as Widowmaker. Trying to get pick off. Will take out Sugoi. Wolf unaccounted for in the back. Has a double kill. Looking for more. Not dealing with Wolf here. It could be a tragic mistake from Zero Line.
They're just going to push.
But still, Wolf has to get on the point. He's the last one remaining, in fact. He's going to get knocked off the point. Mangachu right now getting on here. Trying to stay alive. Exion going to have to throw his body on the point, and he's going to take out the last two people. Nap time coming at the resurrection. That was way too close for comfort for NG Red.
Yeah, to the same token, a little bit brutal there that they weren't able to finish that out. I mentioned early before that fight started they'd have to have an answer for Wolf. They decided they didn't have to have one. They would just kill everyone else and ignore him. He didn't get the kills at the end, but he was a body to keep the card alive and really cost him that cap.
So here comes Exion. Exion on the way in for the defense. Does have a Deadeye up. Manchu with the Deadeye takes out Nostalgia. That's a huge pick given all that he has done in this game thus far. Sato about to go down. Offense a little bit discombobulated here. They will be getting a resurrection though. Napcat will be bringing up all those fallen heroes. As the offense now on a triple kill of their own. Almost X in the back as Widowmaker doing a whole ton of work. And this is a very decisive fight here for Zero Line thus far. Wolf one of the last defenders and doesn't even matter.
So, I mean, that stalled them out for like a minute and a half, but what I really liked what I saw at Zero Line there, and I think it might have just caught NG a little bit off guard. They just kind of played with an unfettered aggression, and it started from the first fight, and it continued all the way through. That a lot of times in scrims at higher level play, you see teams a little more paced out, a little more patient. They just, Zero Line just went in, kept going in, and I think it might have caught them a little off guard.
No, absolutely. One interesting thing too here, and this is hardly anything on hard-hitting analysis, but it's just now occurring to me, Napcat versus Nap Time, both on Mercy. What in the world is this game name-wise? But 5:49, the time to beat, definitely a time on the quicker side. Certainly beatable when it comes to King's Row. I still would expect NG Red to come back and beat this time, but Zero Line definitely coming out much stronger than I expected, and I think regardless of which of these two teams goes down here in the round of 64, we could absolutely be seeing them coming back by the time the grand finals rolls around.
Yeah, they almost hit a sub-5 there, though, too. I mean, if it weren't for that last stall out, so I was not expecting that, just based on what I know about NG. I don't know a ton about Zero Line, but I'm just getting introduced to them, and I like what I see. I like Zarya, and I like super aggressive teams, so I'm enjoying it so far.
Going in, not knowing too much about Zero Line, I thought this would be a relatively easy match here for NG Red. And NG Red, I mean, truthfully, there's a lot of argument to say that they probably are a top 6 North American team right now. Yeah. Which means that this entire series right now is much more complimentary of Zero Line than it is taking away from NG Red.
Yeah, absolutely. I really liked what they did in offense. Like I said, even that first push, they weren't slow pushing, and I think they screwed up the rhythm of NG. NG is just always scrimming top teams, and top teams do kind of fall into a rhythm on certain maps, on certain styles, and they were just playing like nuts out aggression. It was fun to see. So we'll see what they can do if they can hold on defense, because defense does not necessarily reward that same amount of aggression. In fact, can punish it if used incorrectly. So it's definitely going to be a tale of two halves here to really get a good zone on what Zero Line's all about.
Indeed. So taking a look here at the defense, rolling out here for Zero Line. It's going to be Napcat on the Mercy, Almost X and Sugoi on a pair of McCrees, Sato on the Reinhardt, Zlad on the Lucio, and Nostalgia on Reaper.
Hey, a defensive Reaper, good to see. Taking to the skies on offense for NG Red will be Mangachu, he'll be on Pharah. Chance will be playing the Reinhardt, Brad Expert on Lucio, Exion on Zarya, Naptime will be playing Mercy, and Wolf on McCree.
And so we go 1 second until things begin here. The match is underway, and Mangachu is on Pharah. We've seen him go Pharah a lot here on King's Row. Yeah. Right now is no exception. He's had some great Pharah games attacking point A, and we'll see if that will continue right now against Zero Line.
Yeah, it's really nice. You can kind of just hug the wall. Wow, that's an early
There's
kill.
a nice concussive blast against Sato. Didn't kill him just yet, but he's in the back line, landing some good rockets here. About to be on a double kill, if not more. Mangachu in the back only needs to land a few more rockets here to take out Mercy. Mercy, though, managing to live. She's still alive. Finally, Napcat goes down. That means no resurrection will be coming out here for the defense.
I think this is smart,
Meanwhile, look
though.
at the offense. Nap time died as well, so both Mercies suffering untimely deaths, both taking a nap, as it were. Mangachu now in the back, only 23 HP. A single McCree bullet, or pretty much anything, will take him out.
Soft breeze. There he goes.
Defense coming back in. McCree's are back in it. Almost X looking to take out Zarya. Not able to do it just yet. Sugoi, though, takes out Nap time again. No offensive resurrection on the menu here for NG Red. Almost X getting in the back, laying down tons of damage as McCree helps participate in a double kill. And that's going to be a hold here for Zero Line.
Yeah, really nice hold. I'm loving the defensive Reaper. It's really put some pressure on these tank players. And Mangachu, I mean, it was interesting that I liked early on that he was alive and it was just going to stay and harass in the back lines. It would have been nice if he was able to get a pack or had just died earlier. Dying halfway through that was tough.
All right, defensive sound barrier is out. Deadeye is out here from the defense as well. Mangachu, though, going in after that Deadeye is used. Justice raining from above. The barrage getting a double kill. Way more momentum in favor of the offense right now. Nap time still has his resurrection. Might be bringing Mangachu up here in just a moment. Is holding on to it. Is going to save that resurrection for a later time. And probably good that he did, because they are going to get this point regardless.
Get on the point.
Yeah, so about a 2-minute hold on defense there. They've got about 3.5 left to finish the map. I didn't set my timer, but I'm good at math doing those skills. And they have some nice setup coming through here on offense. That Graviton, of course, is a game changer. They did just use Barrage, but Chance also has his ultimate up, and you don't necessarily need anything more than a McCree, or a Reinhardt rather, swinging his hammer through a Graviton to really clean up a team.
Yeah, and Exion now, he will have a good opportunity here with the Graviton. Mangachu, of course, won't be able to follow up with Barrage. Barrage is just used. But oftentimes, Zarya doesn't need any follow-up if she's charged up and up. Exion right now at 0 charge, but eats the Fire Strike, goes up to 50 charge. And now a good Graviton might be absolutely game-changing. There's a Graviton coming in, going to suck 2 people in, gets 1 kill, gets the second. And this is rough times here for Zero Line. Zero Line getting mowed over at the moment. One of the people who went down early was the Mercy. No resurrection will be coming in here. Meanwhile, Nap time in the back can bring up all those fallen heroes. They will be coming back up. And NG Red in the driver's seat as they run through the streets phase.
Yeah, but actually not a bad move by Sugoi, who was in the back lines as McCree. He got 1 kill. He got a very fast Deadeye off, I believe, and got a couple more. And then was able to force out that resurrection. So it's going to be down. I mean, of course, resurrection charges very quickly, but he made the best of a bad situation in the back line.
Defense right now trying to reestablish after that last team fight there. Not going to be able to stop NG Red from getting on to that second checkpoint. And NG Red not wasting any time moving forward. Justice raining from above. Mangachu with the quad kill barrage. Making space. And NG Red now with a little bit of BM going on Mangachu with the oops, the teabagging. 2.5 minutes remaining for NG Red. They're in a great position to win this map.
Yeah, we're going to need to see some game-changing defense here. Maybe Nostalgia can do enough poke to really put down this Pharah play that's been absolutely dominant. Here comes a High Noon coming in on offense.
Yep, that is on the way out. Mangachu right now comfortable to just sit up here on top. Interesting that we have no Widowmakers coming out on either side right now. Exion get take out Sado, 65 in favor of the offense. Now 4v4. The Deadeye of the defense striking blood. Resurrections coming out from both sides here. Everyone back up to full strength, but the offense coming out on top. 4 quick kills here for NG Red, and NG Red might be about to finish this game. And Earthshare comes down. That will be the dagger in the heart. 2 extra kills being laid in there. Napcat not gonna have another resurrection, and NG Red going to take map number 1 of a best of 1 here in the round of 64. And move on to the round of 32, but Zero Line gave them quite the fight. They only won that by about a minute and a half.
Yeah, definitely a team I'm going to be checking up on through the lower round brackets here. Mangachu is a phenomenal Pharah, and he's got a nice little skin there. Let's check out what he did here. It's got to be the barrage, right?
Yeah, this has to be the barrage.
Justice reigns from above.
That was a lot of justice. That was a downpour of justice.
Justice everywhere. 4:21, the final cap time coming out from NG Red. They're going to be moving on to the round of 32, and I gotta say, they probably were not expecting a challenge that hard early on.
No, definitely not. 4:21 the map time. Yeah, it looked good. I was impressed by Zero. I liked their style a lot, and you know, teams can gain style points even here and there. It was fun to watch them play on offense. Their defense just you know, got a little knocked back, never quite able to get their footing down again. But that's because NG played a really strong offense, and I mean, truly, they just had no perfect answer to Mangachu. They weren't running a sniper to really shut him down. They tried 76 at the end, knowing, I mean, at least they identified the problem if they did not find a solution. So definitely a fun team to watch, but I think we're going to be following NG Red at least through their next game. We've got some people in chat recommending games we should check out too. They're trying to get a hold of our admins as well. So this should be a fun tournament going through here.
Game-wise, I think it makes all the sense in the world to follow NG Red.